Hey guys, welcome back to the Russia Guy channel, and today I'm going to be answering the question why I wear a cowboy hat. So, why do I wear a cowboy hat? Well, first let me tell you a few things about it first. So these hats are made out of rabbit fur, so the down part of their fur, and then they put it all together, and that's what these hats are made out of. The company that makes this hat is actually an Australian company. There's a lot of American companies, but this one's designed and made in Australia. This company is called Akubra. See written on the inside. They have been in business since 1897, so it's a really old business in Australia, seeing that Australia is only about 200 years old since it's been colonized. So these hats are very commonly worn by people who live in the country, farmers. It's a very cultural thing for farmers in Australia to wear hats like this. It's a little bit less these days, but in some parts of Australia it's very popular. These are not hats generally worn for show. Of course I wear mine out for good, but they're a working man's hat. I wear my hats to protect me from the sun, from the rain. They'll even keep your head warm to a certain point. I'll wear my hat until it gets to about 0 degrees, and then I'll change it out something warmer, especially here in Russia. So how did I start wearing cowboy hats? Well, when I was about 16, my dad had an old hat that he had in the cupboard, and I asked him, could I wear it, I liked it. And he said yes. So I started wearing that hat. It was a different style from this, not so much a cowboy look, but very traditional Australian look. And I wore that one for a while, and I started wearing it for work, and it started wearing out. It got a hole in the front here, and I decided that I needed to get a new one. I liked it, so I was going to buy a new one. And that's how I changed my style. I went to the store and I tried on the same style which I had previously had. And while I was in that store, my sister Anita, she just picked up this hat here, and she said, try it on, just to see how it looked for fun. I put it on, and she said she really liked it, and everyone in my family liked it. So I liked it too, and I bought this style of hat, and that's how I converted to more of a traditional cowboy style of hat. So there's an interesting story about that old hat that my dad had. After I'd finished wearing it, it had a hole in the front, and I thought, it's only good as an ornament piece. I wasn't going to wear it anymore, and we're moving to Russia, and I wasn't going to take it with me. So I decided to sell it on a site called Gumtree on the internet, a place where you can sell secondhand things. I put it on there for $50 and thought, maybe somebody will like it, maybe just for a costume, or an event they want to go to and they don't want to buy a brand new hat. So I put it up there for $50, and I got somebody inquire about it, and they said they wanted to buy it. They didn't even ask any questions, they just sent the money through, and then they gave us the postal address for it. And it turns out that it was a theatre that bought it, and this is a theatre that is a sister theatre to the Australian Opera Theatre, the very famous one in Sydney. So we sent it off there, and it was just a really interesting story. I never expected that hat to then go on to be used on stage by a theatre. So with my cowboy hats, the way I use them is I have one for good and one for work. I'll show you just here. I have my work one with me, and as you can see, it doesn't really look the same. It's had a lot of wear, it's been rained on, it's got sweat marks on it, it's all dirty, but still a very solid hat. This will probably last me a few more years. I bought this hat 7 years ago in 2014, and first it was my good hat while I was wearing my old hat from my dad until that one wore out. Then I bought a new one, and then this one became my work hat. And man, this thing's had oil on it and everything. They're just really tough, sturdy hats. So when we actually flew here from Australia, I only have one head to wear it, and these things don't really pack well in a suitcase. So I actually gave this hat to my sister Sabrina to wear on the plane. I wore my work hat, and yeah, it was just really interesting going through the airport with these hats on. Also, my brother-in-law and sister, they also have hats that are made like the same, and my dad has one that's a little bit different. So we're all walking through the airport with big wide brim hats on, and yeah, we really stood out. So the big question, why do I wear a cowboy hat? Well, as I've said before, these are really tough hats. They're very practical. They keep the sun off, they keep the rain off, they even keep your head a bit warm. They're just a good all-rounder hat. And I really also enjoy the country look. As many of you know, I have lived on a farm, and I want to have a farm here in Russia. And I really like riding horses, working with animals. So I really like that culture and that style of dressing. That's why I dress like this. Now you know why I wear a cowboy hat. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like to have more videos like this, maybe some videos about my past in Australia, please leave me a message in the comments. That will be much appreciated. Feel free to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And until next time, I will catch you later.